Good morning! Welcome to the final race of WW Marathon Weekend, the full marathon, 26.2 miles. It is 2:15 in the morning and I am headed to the front of Pop Century to catch the 2:30 a.m. bus to the race site. Joe is going to pack up our room and move us over to the Swan Reserve today, which is where we'll be staying tonight. And then he's gonna meet me at the finish line. So I've got all my gear and a little bit of breakfast. I'm ready, but I'm so nervous. Like, I could also cry right now. I'm just really excited. Okay. Alright, can't cry yet. So let's go over to the bus and get over to the race site. First character of the marathon is none other than Pluto! First character off about at mile 2.5 is Jiminy Cricket! Here we are at mile 3. About to head into Epcot. 23 miles to go. Feeling good. Can't wait. Let's go! That's so cool. We got Mr. Darkwing Duck.
Good morning from the room, Pop Century here. It's officially time to check out. I've got the whole room cleared out, at least for the most part. One more trip to the car. It is 6:33 a.m. Kelly just crossed the 10K mark. Since we're switching hotels, I decided just to meet her at the finish line. So we will see her actually around 10:30 or 11. So she's making great time on her marathon, doing amazing. So let's finish up here and we'll drive actually over to the Swan so we can park there and then take the bus over to the Epcot parking lot so that way we can see her finish and then go right back to the Swan to get in our room right when it's ready. It is an absolutely beautiful morning out. In the 60s, birds are singing. Kelly is killing it on her race. And to go up to the front desk, pick something up, and then I think what I'm gonna do is probably drive over to the Swan Reserve, which is where we're checking in today, get the lay of the land, and maybe hang out a bit, and from there I can get a bus over to Epcot. Alright, big negative on the Swan Reserve. If you want any buses, including to the race event or to Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, or Disney Springs, you actually have to walk over to the Swan or the Dolphin. The Swan is the closer one. And then if you want any transportation to Hollywood Studios or Epcot, the only offering is going to be the water taxis, the friendship boats. So it's a pretty big negative because it is, you know, it's close. I'm not saying you gotta walk a mile over to it, but you still have to walk to a completely different resort just to get a bus to where you need to go. So that's I think that's a pretty decent negative for the reserve. Bummer. But I'm at Swan now. Should be able to hop on a bus and go from there. I'm on the bus by myself. The driver went inside to go to the bathroom. This is weird. This is really weird. The radio is playing Hello Darkness, My Old Friend, Sound of Silence. And I think that's kind of apt. Because it's very weird. This is definitely not a Disney bus. Alright, here we are at the finish line for the Walt Disney World Marathon 2022. Kelly just passed her half marathon point. It looks like her estimated finish is around 10:45. I think honestly from here I feel like she'll probably slow down a little bit. She did meet a lot of characters. Obviously so that slows down the pace, which is perfectly fine. She's done so much so far already. So I'm thinking around 11 is when she'll probably cross. So I'm gonna hang out for a couple hours. It's only 8 o'clock now, and see her when she crosses that finish line. It'll be exciting. Lots of people here, lots of excitement, lots of energy, and just glad to be off that bus. That was a wild ride. Kelly's gonna love that story.
Mile 7 is Sorcerer Mickey. And we just met Jacques from Cinderella. And we're about to get to Magic Kingdom. Here we are at mile 8, which I definitely thought was mile 7. So I'm super excited that we're a mile ahead than I thought we were. Woohoo! We just passed mile 8 and we have Miss Incredible and Edna Mode. Not gonna stop because I have met Edna at Hollywood Studios before. So we'll see who we got up ahead somewhere. Coming up almost to mile 9. We're in the TGC parking lot. We got Frozen from The Incredibles. I won't stop for him. Like I said, still trying to see who's ahead. But he's here and looking cool. And the 5th Incredible you had no idea about. The invisible Mr. Incredible. My 3 drummers from Japan! How much hate will this vlog get when I tell you guys we don't like Figment? We hate him. Here we are at mile 10, just outside Magic Kingdom. 16 more to go. I don't like that number. I'm gonna put that. Here we are, Magic Kingdom, Main Street. I'm about at mile 10-ish, and I'm in line for Dopey character meeting in Fantasyland. Feeling good. I wasn't gonna wait for him, but I feel like I'll regret it if I don't. So volume's not too bad and it is moving quickly, and I feel good. So let's meet Dopey. We're doing it. We just met Dopey. It wasn't bad, maybe like 5 minutes. The line looked longer. And now we're going to the castle. Splash Mountain, and I see Panchito and Jose from the Three Caballeros, and we are stopping. Coming up on her 50th cavalcade, we have none other than the fabulous, the one and only Miss Daisy Deck. Now the fun begins. I think these are the Spirit of Aloha dancers, but this is absolutely amazing. It's so beautiful. Like, what? How nice is this? Joe is gonna freak out because I see the Nautilus from 20,000 Leagues coming up. Oh my god, and Mr. Toad ride vehicles. Holy crap! Oh my gosh, and Maelstrom. Oh my god, Joe is gonna freak out. We have Maelstrom, 20,000 Leagues, Mr. Toad. Ah! We are in Animal Kingdom, and there's actually donkeys. How cute! Welcome to Harambe! Oh my god, it smells so good in here. I think they're like smoking meat for the Harambe market. Oh. Makes me want a hot dog real bad. I'll have Joe put in the clip that that's from.
You look like the 4th of July. It makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Yeah, okay.
Great job, brother!
Oh my gosh, the tree of life! That's beautiful! Wow, that's cool. Bullseye! On Toy Story. I don't know if it's just because it's a marathon course and there are more characters, or if it's because I'm faster than I thought I would be today, but the lines for the characters have not been bad. So I've been waiting in more than I thought I would. But let me tell you, this stretch, about mile 20 in the sun, is awful. And I hate it. It's rough. So, thank you volunteers for having plenty of water and powered stops and ice cold sponges. It was the best. So we got about almost 6 more miles. A little over. Let's do this. Mile 20. 6 more miles. Woo-hoo-hoo. None other than goof. Because you have to be goofy to make it this far in this full sun, and it's the worst. I was looking on the sun. I said, please, please don't exist. It's so hot. Coming into Hollywood Studios, and we got Olaf, and he likes warm hugs. mile 25, and 1 more mile, 1.2 more miles. I'm actually gonna put you guys away, and I'm gonna take this last mile for me, and I'll see you at the finish line.
You did it! 48.6 miles, you did it!
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Holy moly, I was beaming the whole time, honestly.
Yeah.
There was one stretch from like mile 19 to mile 23 that was in the dead sun on the highway, no shade. It was very, very, very hot today. We got reports that some runners were dehydrated and passing out, so I was like super anxious, making sure I was staying overhydrated. Had a cooling towel in my hydration pack extra, so that was the only stretch that was like difficult just because I was stressed, but the volunteers had cool towels and cool sponges and plenty of water stops, so I felt comfortable. But what an amazing marathon.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. Tons of rare characters. I'll have Joe put some pictures in here with who I met.
Yeah! So where do you want to go next?
To the resort to take a shower or ice bath, but
Something.
yeah. So we're gonna take our pictures with all my medals,
Yep.
which I'll have probably show you when we get back to the room because it's hot and I'm like anxious.
Oh yeah,
to, like,
we're gonna take our
stay
pictures and
cooled
we're gonna get
off,
out of here.
You know, so
Yep. Hooray!
hello from the Magic Kingdom at
Welcome.
a normal hour.
Welcome to the Magic Kingdom. It is about 3:45. Today's been a whirlwind. I'm pretty sure the last time you saw us, we were gonna go back to hopefully check in at the Swan. It was wild. We'll give a whole rundown of everything
and we'll
later.
show you a room tour. The room is very nice.
The room is beautiful.
Yes.
The
And the
view
resort
is
is
beautiful.
beautiful.
And the resort is beautiful.
Yes.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that later. We'll do a
Yeah.
kind of a debrief later. But now we're gonna take a bunch of pictures. Kelly just dropped off her ear hat over there. And the Dapper Dans are screaming, so let's go.
Oh, they're singing.
I know. I love the Dapper Dans.
Yeah.
I love the Dapper Dans.
Yeah.
All right, brand new from their go kart. We have the 50th celebration spring rolls. They are pastrami with pepper jack. It looks pretty good inside. How are they?
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like them. They're like super flavorful, pepper jack. I love mustard, so I'm like really excited. But no, it's like a Reuben egg roll almost.
Nice.
I like it. I would give it like probably an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, really good.
Nice.
Okay, so we are back in the car from Magic Kingdom. This afternoon was kind of bonkers. So you know, we tried to check into Swan Reserve. Our room wasn't ready, so we waited quite a bit. By the time we got in there and like showered and rested and just kind of like, you know, felt normal from getting up at like 2 a.m. We tried to go to Magic Kingdom and we were gonna take some medal pictures, but the hub was packed, obviously, because all the runners were getting their pictures. Which is great. Like, I'm so happy. I know a lot of people travel for that, so that's the only time they can do that. But it was also like super overcast and cloudy, so the pictures that we were trying to take weren't really my favorite. And I was like, you know what, we live here, we can come back and do like medal pictures. Then I tried to get a I'm celebrating button because they do custom lettering on them in the ye old Christmas shop in Liberty Square, and it was like 4 hours that they like draw on it. Just basically anyone that has like really nice handwriting will like write it on I'm celebrating button. It's $3. And you can choose like little designs. I actually just learned about it recently, so I don't know how new it is or if it's just new to me. But it was like 3 or 4 hours and we weren't gonna even be in the park. And then I dropped off my ear hat to get embroidered on the back, which I'll show you now too, I guess. It says 48.6 Dopey Challenge in script in Twilight coloring, which really reminds me of like the iridescent colors. So that took, what, about like an hour and a half, I think? Yeah, about an hour and a half. So Magic Kingdom was just like very overwhelming, and I don't know if that's just like personally me being just like overstimulated from the last 4 days. I was like, let's just go to the Polynesian because there was a new Dole Whip float for the Run Disney weekend. So I'm like, oh, let's go try that. Left Magic Kingdom, went to Polynesian, which was also slammed. It's Sunday, so maybe it's like a big check-in, check-out day for a lot of families. But it was like very busy, so I got the float. Very good though, 10 out of 10. It's lime Dole Whip with blue curacao syrup. You can get it with alcohol. I did. It's Parrot Bay coconut rum and then Pop Rocks candy with a orchid. And then Joe got a frozen pineapple rum based drink from the pool bar.
It was basically the spiky pineapple from Trader Sam's.
Okay.
So it is Captain Morgan spiced rum mixed up with a pineapple Dole Whip. It's very good.
Yeah, so just to kind of like relax, but we were sitting kind of in that grassy area of the Polynesian space, and like I was just kind of like leaning up against one of the rocks, and there was like a lot of kids around just like jumping on the rocks, like, but I was already leaning up against the rocks, so I just felt like, again, very like overwhelmed and overstimulated, like just kind of wanted to like take it easy this afternoon, relax, but that was not happening. So we left Polynesian, went back to Magic Kingdom, picked up my ear hat, very happy with it, looks amazing, and then actually stopped in the confectionery for popcorn because they have that new make your own popcorn at the Colonel Kitchen, which I'm obsessed with that name. We got caramel popcorn with dark chocolate sauce, pretzels, Twix, and Crush cookies, which are Oreos. Very good. I already had some, but I don't want to spoil dinner. So it's just kind of like a lot of back and forth and just a lot of like, so if we were to do a race weekend again, I might move it back to where we have like an extra day, because we actually check out tomorrow and then go back to work on Tuesday, like, so I kind of might add like an extra day at the end just so you have like the time to unwind. And like I said, we are local, so we're a little more you know, flexible, like we can come back and take all of our medal pictures, or we can come back and get the I'm celebrating button and stuff like that, so we are fortunate for that. But anyway, all that to say, we are going back to our hotel, the Swan Reserve. We're driving because the bus situation is very bizarro. First, they told Joe that they don't have a bus. No, first they told you that they didn't know if they had a bus. Swan and Dolphin does have a Disney bus transportation that will take you to the Disney parks, but the cast members at Swan Reserve like did not know earlier.
Actually, I don't think they're technically cast members. They're just
Are they?
employees of Marriott. Because remember, it's not
oh, it's a Marriott. Okay, they have cast member name tags
Marriott
though.
Bonvoy. Doesn't matter.
Okay, well, okay. Workers, employees. Sorry. They didn't know, and then we saw signage for bus to Disney, but that was like kind of it. So we went over there, and there was nothing over there. We went back to Bellhop. Or valet, and they're like, oh yeah, if you like just go over there, a bus will come like every 30 minutes. But he didn't sound very confident though, and I was like, let's just drive. So that was kind of like, you know, we stay on Disney property 30 minutes away from our home, so we don't have to drive, so we can just take transportation. But
all this to say, honestly, I would not stay at the Swan Reserve ever again. The room itself is absolutely beautiful. It's a very nice room. It's a brand new resort.
Yeah.
But you don't get any type of Disney staying there. Even, you know, and we've stayed at the Dolphin and had an absolutely phenomenal
we stayed
time.
last November.
You can go back and watch those videos, because that was for Wine and Dine, wasn't it?
It was.
Like
Yeah, post my virtual Wine and Dine race.
And we had an absolutely phenomenal time. Never had an issue whatsoever. Swan Reserve has been a complete, you know, show. I'll just say that.
Yeah, everyone.
It's been very rough.
Yeah, and everyone's just been kind of like confused. Like no employees seem very like confident of their answers.
Yes.
So I don't know. We are going to dinner tonight at Wilderness Lodge. We might try one of the late night lounges there because I am curious. They have some very interesting looking drinks, like adult beverages at their like lounge stuff. So you know, don't expect like a full like food review there, but it's been like kind of interesting. It is brand new, so maybe there's some learning curves there, but it's just kind of like,
I mean, it's been open for a couple of months.
That's true. I don't know.
You know, it's like,
yeah, they
sure,
just, I
if
feel
we
like
were
they
there
should
like
know
opening
something.
week, opening month even,
Yeah.
but it's been a few months. I want to say it opened in October of last year.
And wasn't it like moved up or moved back too?
It was moved back, yeah, they delayed it quite a bit. Because of construction. So it's just been wild. Like I had to walk to the Swan this morning to catch the bus to the race, then we had to walk back. Then Kelly needed Tylenol because you shouldn't take ibuprofen after strenuous exercise like a marathon.
Yeah, they recommend acetaminophen.
Sundries shop in the Swan Reserve, I kid you not. So normally, you know, you go into any Disney World gift shop and they have plenty of sundries and you know, medication and you know, baby supplies and things like that.
Yeah.
They had one bottle of Advil, some Altoids, and Band-Aids. And I'm not kidding, I will probably actually include a picture of that just to show you how ludicrous it was. That is all they had. And I was like, do you guys have another shop here? They're like, you have to go to the Swan. So I feel like every answer we got was, you have to go to the Swan. And that was just insane to me that that's basically what we had to do for everything we wanted, was just go to the Swan. So it's like, why aren't we staying at the Swan?
And even when we checked in, they were like, you know, if you want a hot tub, go to the Swan. And I was like, okay. You know, a lot of renters like hot tubs after that, you know. And I was like, okay, like, again, not a bad, like, we never received like bad customer service from anybody. It was just like no one really seen what's happening. So Joe went like back and forth to the Swan to get me Tylenol,
like
and oh, you walked 3 miles today?
Yeah, it was really hard. It was hot out. You know how hot out it is?
Anyway.
You know how hot it is out? I walked 3 miles. Are you joking me? What did you do today?
Anyway, so all that to say, if this afternoon post Dopey race is a little all over,
this vlog is gonna be wild.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the race portion of it.
The rest is gonna be
it's no, I mean, I'm just, you know us, we're always honest, and this is just our experience. And like, we also don't have a lot of experience staying at resorts because we are local, but this has not been easy, and we're semi-smart people, so we should be able to figure some of this out.
I'm definitely going to include all of this because I always hate watching vlogs and they're like, you know, every bit of our trip is perfect, when honestly, like, I don't know if we've ever had a trip that's been 100% perfect.
No,
there's always been tons of roadblocks.
Yeah.
And I want people to be aware of those roadblocks.
Yeah.
And those speed bumps and the issues you could hit, because, you know, you come to a Disney resort, even if, you know, Swan and Dolphin, we stayed at Dolphin, it was amazing. We had plenty of transportation. It was absolutely no issues. I assume the same for Swan Reserve. I was proven wrong.
Yeah.
So, just, you know, I like including stuff like that because you got to know what you're going to hit if you come here and, you know, you stay at a new hotel.
Yeah, just a little bit of guesswork. So we'll see. So we're gonna go in and get changed for dinner, and then we'll show you dinner tonight, which I'm really looking forward to. And then if we try one of the lounges tonight, we'll kind of review that. We'll still give you a room tour too at some point, because like I said, the room and the resort is beautiful, but just a little heads up on why all the back and forth. So thank you for listening to that, and sorry. But we'll see you soon.
Room tour time. We're on the 7th floor of the Swan Reserve. Hello. So start at the bathroom because it's right here. These nice barn doors that open up. Pretty big sink area, of course. Toilet, some fun art. Me again, hello. Super big shower. That's really nice. A waterfall shower head and a handheld nozzle, the thing on the side there. So good sized shower. As we go in, of course, door to connecting room. We've got a big king size bed, 2 lights on the other side, some art. Annoying thing is only one side of the bed has any sort of plugs on it.
Well, did you not notice this alarm clock has 2 USB?
Well, that's got USB, but it doesn't
But you
have
need
like
actual
plugs.
Okay.
So it's cool because this has USB-C as well as 2 regular USBs and a plug. But we did realize that these regular USB plugs do not work on this side, so that's something to consider. Lots of drawer space. There's a coffee maker. You do get 2 complimentary bottles of water. In here is the fridge, which I have a couple of drinks in. You've got drawers, of course, a little desk area, a very large TV that has some smart apps on it. YouTube, Netflix, some of the things. You'd have to sign into your own stuff on it, which is kind of annoying and weird. But I've seen that come up a lot in various hotels. Couch. We've got a ottoman that also has a little sliding hard stand on it, so you can do work and things on it. And then probably the best part is this insane giant window and huge view. So if I zoom in here, of course, first thing you see, we're like right at the back of the Tower of Terror. So that's really cool. You can see Ride building for Rise. Hard to see, but the top of the Chinese theater's right there. As we kind of pan over, see the other Tower of Terror on the road there. Way out in the distance, right there, is Blizzard Beach. That's big water slide. I'm blanking on the name of.
Well, I almost said
Crushing
Gusher, but it's Mount Gushmore.
Mount Gushmore, yeah. We have the backside of Everest as well as Tree of Life, and you see a little bit of Pandora there. And then over here we got Coronado Springs Gran Destino Tower. Out in the distance you can also see Old Town and some cranes. But yeah, just in general, like a really gorgeous view in our hotel room here at the Swan Reserve. So really nice. And you can see the pool and the little pond and the road. So yeah, nice. Welcome one and all to Artist Point, which is now a very fun Snow White and Seven Dwarves themed character dining. Yeah, it's a prefix menu, so it's kind of hard to see, of course, on here, but what happens is you get all of their appetizers, which is a mushroom bisque, a hunter's pie, and a wicked shrimp cocktail. You choose one of the entrees. They have anything from prime rib, beef stroganoff, some vegetarian options, chicken. There's even a plant-based option, which is really cool. And then you get all of the desserts to share. Miner's Treasures, gooseberry tart, poison apple. They all go in this really fun place, like kind of stand on the table of this beautiful tree that has lights on the bottom. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and I just now want to focus. Alright, so we have right here the wild mushroom bisque with crispy mushroom. Over there is a hunter's pie that's turkey and chicken, black truffle, cranberry preserve, and a crispy sauerkraut. And then over here is a really cool wicked shrimp cocktail, Bloody Mary vinaigrette, seaweed salad, and a spiced house-made seasoning. When we opened it, there was like smoke in there. It was crazy. It was really cool.
And it smells amazing.
Yeah.
I also got my drink, which is the alchemy, and I'll redo it. It's in it because I already immediately forgot. It is gin-based. Yeah, Tanqueray gin, Saint Germain, elderflower, liqueur, and watermelon. Very good. Very like herbal, but still like refreshing. silly song.
We have our meals, and I'm very excited. I also got a shop offer, so just throw that in there. I have the cottage beef stroganoff, which is, of course, beef stroganoff with some vegetables, some cow's milk cheese, and then instead of the egg noodles, it's actually gnocchi, so that's really exciting. Or not gnocchi, geez Louise, spätzle, sorry.
Yeah.
And then Kelly got a delicious prime rib with some carrots, some horseradish mash, and a nice little Yorkshire pudding.
I'm excited. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, same.
Alright, so we just finished our main courses, but the main event is actually Joe. Show me your phone right now. Let's see it. Let's see what that little confirmation screen you just showed me. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that a Run Disney confirmation for the springtime surprise Tower of Terror 10 miler? I'm so excited.
Now we'll be running the Expedition Everest 5K challenge.
Yes. In April, end of March, early April.
So we have our delicious sweet endings desserts. We have over here the Miner's Treasures, which is cookies and cream panna cotta and chocolate gems. The Fairy Tale Gooseberry Tart, meringue and gooseberry. And then the Poison Apple, which is dark chocolate apple mousse and a sour center. Because of Kelly's pork allergy, they did bring out some gelatin-free desserts just because they can't necessarily guarantee that the gelatin that they use for some of the desserts is not pork gelatin rather than like beef gelatin. So they did bring out some gelatin-free desserts as well.
Grumpy and Dopey!
Wow, they just brought out the Huntsman's Treasure, came out of a smoking box. It's beautiful. It's two really gorgeous truffles. What did you think of dinner?
I thought it was really good.
It was very good.
I had not low expectations, but just kind of middle ground expectations because I knew I was going for the character interaction and I knew it was going to be distance right now. And the food was actually really, really good.
It was super tasty.
I loved the appetizers. I loved my entree.
Yes.
The desserts were the only area where I thought that they were lacking.
Yeah, they were a little weak. The gooseberry tart you liked a lot. I thought it was okay. I'm just not huge into gooseberry. The little apples, the poison apples were good. And the cookies and cream panna cotta was just okay. Nothing to write home about. But overall, you know, I would say a solid 7.5 or 8.
And I gave it closer to an 8.5 out of 10. Is it somewhere I would go back to? Probably not. Yeah. Just because it is on the pricier. It's $63 per person for adults.
Correct.
And it is a prefix meal, not an all you care to enjoy type restaurant. I don't know if I would even do it for like special occasions. I would definitely recommend it to like anyone that loves Snow White, Evil Queen, or any of the or at least Grumpy or Dopey. And then obviously the restaurant was full of Dopey runners this weekend. So if you're doing that, definitely worth it. The photos though, with them being distanced right now, I am glad that I waited to meet Dopey on the course today because that was such a better photo than the distance kind of weird lighting photo I got with him tonight. But it was still a fun experience. But yeah, that's kind of it for this weekend. We were gonna go down and check out some of the lounges here at Swan Reserve, but it is almost 10 p.m. and I am shocked I made it this far. Same, honestly. Both very tired. Oh my gosh, so we're gonna sign off here. We had a phenomenal week and weekend. We might do like a debrief video, maybe. I would love a little thing. I would love to talk more about the course and kind of give you some tips and tricks that I learned that are things that I wish that I knew if you are going into your first Run Disney race. But that'll be another video. Well, if you like this and all the rest of our videos, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of our adventures, make sure to subscribe, click the bell icon to get notified every time we live new videos. And as always, we will see you next time for more Young at the Parks. Bye!